What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They got to figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those.
Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They kick the running back in motion. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes it in at the 21. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one sailing. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. Running back sent in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To throw it on first down. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Brought in by Elliott. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They motion the slot man right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24. Dump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll give him a first down. They are throwing it again. He finds Woods. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds, so we've got 3rd down. Now we're on the counter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 37 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. That's taken in by Tucker. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. This, our last play of the quarter. Throwing now from the gun. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. And we're back. Road offense out there and set. Let's get the 2nd quarter started. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Trying again following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. That's complete to Parker. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Airing it out to start this drive. This finds Mitchell complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to the air here. That's caught for the first. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off the defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage. And more importantly, go exploit it.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here he is on 2nd and inches. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Still inches to go on 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets in, touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys bump the lead up to 13 points. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing off the play fake here. That finds Elliott complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play.
The rush gets home, and they stick him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Here we go, set. Bronco switch. Bronco smash. Bring it.
Throwing from the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete out to the right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pass play now. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing now on 1st down. He completes it in traffic. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Brazil.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. He's still going at the 30. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm, he gets it again. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. these guys, boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys push the lead to 20. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he's going to step out a yard or 2 short of the 30.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Starting from the 5. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Setting up a throw. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll throw on 1st. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this 2nd half, and that's what we nearly saw. Not the kind of start this offense wanted. It's got to overcome a bit of adversity.
Just 1 yard. Could have used considerably more. That's going to bring up third and very long. They'll try and throw it here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that brings up 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it to start this drive. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And they'll have 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another carry for him. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Throwing now from the gun. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking for a throw here. Finds Woods. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. This will be caught by Parker. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They're throwing it. Dumped off to his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's dropping back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Slot man in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it in close.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. These guys putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to. He's throwing for it. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense ready to get going again now. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pass caught along the sideline by Mitchell. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. Across the 45 and still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They give it to him again. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
They're set up at the 35 now.
35-yard line.
They go play action on first. He finds Woods. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And they take this in for the score. These guys have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one right down the middle. And these guys grow the lead now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Back to throw now. That's him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 48. He'll get this one to Parker. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense up to the line fast. Back now, pressure on its way. That's complete to Parker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Throwing it again here. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Working inside the red zone. This will be caught by Parker. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it yet again. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
And this onside kick doesn't go their way. The hands team makes the cover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. First and 10 from the 41. Here's the give up the middle now to their fullback. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. That count runs their offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Looking for a target. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's a throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. So to the victor go the spoils, Brock, as they celebrate the win. That's a positive feeling that you know is going to carry through the week ahead.
And it makes everybody in the building feel better. It does, from the secretary to the coach to the owner. And it makes all the practices, the film rooms, the workouts a lot easier over the next couple days. Nobody wants to slog through those coming off a loss. But coming off a win, they'll have a boost and really attack the week as they get prepared for their next opponent.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This celebration begins for our winners as we say goodbye from Rio de Janeiro.